What a powerful record that is too, isn't it? Steven Wilson, he's from southern Indiana. He moved to Nashville to get into microbiology. It didn't really quite work out that way. He started a band, moved across the country, and now he has an EP out called Bon Aqua, and that's one of the tracks from it. Steven Wilson, Year to Be Young, 1994. Also the track that rounds off the country show this week. I played that for Sarah Beckles. Sarah, I loved your text, and I'll read it more fully next week. I'm at Bush Hall in London with Martin Joseph later on in the middle of the week, and back here next Thursday evening at 9. I'll see you then.
This is Radio 2
on BBC Sounds
and on your smart speaker.
Play BBC Radio 2.
BBC News at 10 o'clock. This is Claire Ronacres. Scientists have used artificial intelligence to develop a new antibiotic which can kill a deadly superbug. The researchers use the technology to identify chemicals which could destroy bacteria which have become resistant to antibiotics. The new drug will need further tests, but our science correspondent James Gallagher says the way it was discovered is significant.
AI revolutionising drug development and basically massively speeding up the process. I mean, you can get to a point where you could have an AI interrogating hundreds of millions of potential drug compounds that have been hypothesized or developed in a lab, but you could never test that against every drug. But you could get an AI to filter through, go, which ones should we actually bother investing the time in?
The Chief Constable of Police Scotland says he hopes his admission that the force is institutionally racist will help lead to change. Sir Ian Livingston, who retires in August, said it was important to publicly acknowledge problems. A far-right militia leader in the United States has been jailed for 18 years for his part in the attack on the Capitol building in January 2021. The judge said Stuart Rhodes, who's the leader of a group called the Oath Keepers, presented an ongoing threat to the country. Labour's accused the government of having no plan to deal with immigration after figures showed the population grew by more than 600,000 last year. That's a record high for net migration. The government has promised to cut the figure, and Rishi Sunak insisted significant measures were being taken. Peter Walsh is an analyst from Oxford University.
This is a quite unique period in which we have three things really combining to produce this higher figure. The bespoke humanitarian routes, so the Ukrainian routes, the Hong Kong routes. The second, strong continued demand for student visas. And third, very strong demand for work visas, with people going particularly into skilled jobs in the NHS as doctors and nurses.
Police have said they're not treating an incident in which a car was crashed into the gates of Downing Street as terror-related. A man was arrested on suspicion of criminal damage and dangerous driving. Hundreds of people have attended the funeral of one of the last surviving Caribbean RAF airmen from the Second World War after he died alone in his flat last year. Flight Sergeant Peter Brown, who was 96, was due to have a small funeral until an appeal to find any living relatives led to many members of the public asking to attend. Emmanuel Walcott was among those at the service.
For me, when I read the story, I thought, well, I'm emboldened to come down and actually attend on the day because, you've got to come down and the thing is that he's always got a family. I know he didn't have a close family to hand, but he's always got a family once he's been in the forces, and that's why I'm here.
And the weather. A dry night with patchy cloud. Tomorrow will be mostly fine with the best sunshine in southern England and some cloud and drizzle in northern Scotland. BBC News. It's 3 minutes past 10.
Now, this is the Rhythm Nation Request Show with Trevor Nelson.
BBC Radio 2.
Hi and welcome to the All Listener Request Show tonight. This show happens once a month, the last Thursday of the month. So if you're a newbie to the show, you've missed out this month. But hey, next month you can get your request in, I'm sure. And here's somebody who loves a request on this show. Neelam from Tonbridge just says, can I choose Le Freak by Chic? It is my husband Nigel's birthday today. We have in recent years seen Chic and Nile Rodgers twice. He is amazing.